My allergies are so bad. Love that. There's also bugs everywhere. It's 12 a.m. and we made it to Okeechobee, but they're happy. Alright guys, we are getting ready to run slack this morning in Okeechobee, Florida. And I think Dakota is going to really like this pin because it's an outdoor. So I brushed him off and now we are going to saddle him up. I got this new white saddle pad because I thought it would look really good with our new saddle. So I'm going into the trailer to pull out our star saddle and I'm going to throw it on and start making sure it's where it needs to be and that the cinches are the right length and everything. So I'm going to situate it on his back, making sure everything's lined up there and that's in the right spot. And it was a little dirty from our last run, so I'm just going to wipe that off real quick before I do these cinches loosely. I don't really like to tighten my cinches till right before I'm going to get on, and then after I warm up I tighten them again before our run usually. So there I did both cinches loosely and then I pull that stirrup down and get that breast collar on. We have this super cute black breast collar that really matches the saddle and complements it really well, so let's get that on. It takes me a minute to figure out how I want it adjusted. I try to make it fairly tight or snug without restricting any shoulder movement and making sure he can get his head up and down comfortably, just to be sure it is not going to flop around during our run, but it's also not like strangling him at the same time. So once I get that on, I am going to start taking off his fly boots. The bugs in Florida were insane, so I was really glad that I bought him new fly boots. So once I get all the fly boots off, we are going to start on the sports boots, and I got some new cute cactus boots from Hot Head Stall, so that's what we're going to be running in today. Now that the boots are on, I am deciding that today I'm going to run with a little bit of a shorter stirrup, and then it is time to give him his sip of Dr. Pepper before our run. He just loves it so much, which is so funny. So it's a part of our pre-run routine. I'm not even gonna lie, you're gonna see it a few more times in this video. It's his secret to running fast, of course. Once he's done licking all of the Dr. Pepper off of my hand, making sure he gets every drop that I gave him, we are going to warm him up for our run. So once I get on, I am going to walk and try and lope in this giant field that you see right here, and there's a bunch of ditches, and I didn't really want to make him do any heel work before our run, like going up and down the ditches, because that's a little hard. I wanted to just get him warmed up but not exhausted before his run. So you can see I'm going to use this flat area to walk and trot back and forth and kind of make some big figure eights here, just getting him loosened up. And once I think I've trotted enough both ways, I will lope him both ways as well. can see me walking around in the warm-up area and making sure my seat feels good and my stirrups feel good.
Sadie Miller, and then we drag. Sadie Miller, then we drag.
The alleyway here was so long and dark, so I was trying to get him to walk up as far as I could. So you can see me just easing him up the alleyway. I'm just talking to him, telling him easy until I think I walked far enough that it is okay for him to take off at that first barrel.
$15.94. $15.94. At this time, the lead.
Okay, so Dakota smoked a run yesterday. We are currently winning the rodeo. I was so excited. I really needed that. My February, terrible. Really every month since November has not been great, so I really needed that. I almost cried whenever the gate girl was like, "You had such a good run," and I was like, "Oh." But he did really good. There are like a little less than 20 people left to run, so we'll see if our time holds. But right now, we are gonna ride Mr. World's Best Barrel Horse. So here's Chester, the zebra, the same zebra that freaked him out so bad is here right now. So we're gonna ride him around. This field has a bunch of ditches, so I thought it'd be good to get some heel work on him, engage some good muscles there. And then I will probably go see him to meet his enemy again. But that is our today. When I get on, I'm just gonna kind of take him and walk him around. You can kind of see one of the ditches there. We're just gonna see the whole field, kind of just show him everything. And the palm trees were so pretty. They look really nice in this shot here. So I'm just letting him look at all the monsters that might be hiding in the woods. Here he sees one. So I'm just getting him used to everything and really getting him stretched out before I ask for a trot. He's going to be engaging more muscles today when he goes up and down those ditches. So I want to make sure he's stretched out good before I ask him for a nice trot. And when I do ask him for a trot, I am going to sit it. I'm not going to post the trot. We'd probably end up in Timbuktu if I tried. Okay. He'd be out of here. But I always do a nice slow collected trot on him, and this is going to help engage his top line more if his head is a little collected. But as you can see, he was quite excited in this open range. He had so much space to work with, but I'm going in kind of a straight line to make sure I work all of those ditches, and then I'll turn around and go back the other way. And I do think he had quite a lot of fun with this. He was really enjoying it. So I am going to start with the trot, and then you will see me graduate up to a lope pretty soon. And when I do lope on him, I am going to get him controlled in circles before I ask him to just run in a straight line down this field. That way I have him in the right headspace. He's collected, he's calm, and you can see I have no tie down or anything on him today.
Well, that's probably enough to that side. He's happy about that.
Okay, now that he is done working out, it was pretty hot this day, and that's some hard working out, so he's a little sweaty, and now it is time to go see the zebra. And if you remember my Louisiana rodeo vlog with him, it is that exact same zebra. Then I could not get any videos of the zebra, but today is different. So come along with us to go meet his sworn enemy. He is quite a big chicken, so he was not too happy about it, but I wanted to get him to see the zebra and get used to seeing all of these odd, weird things. Also, the camera makes it look like I got him with that split rein. I did not. I just kind of swung it by my leg, so don't be making anything up now. So I'm just trying to walk him up fairly close to it, but not right up on it. He can smell it. He can barely even see it at this point, but he is twirled up for sure. So we're just going to go hang out with the zebra for a few minutes before untacking him and spraying him off.
Zebra, calm down.
Maybe he knows they like kill lions.
I don't know.
Whatever they do in Africa. Look.
This is making him sweat worse than running the hills. That's silly.
I can make him watch Madagascar.
So silly, Chester. Look. There it is. Look at it. Look at it. It's not scary.
Maybe it's a little scary.
Maybe.
It's not. It was talking a lot in Louisiana.
Yeah. Really not gonna get you killed, Chester.
Why would I lead you into something? We'll do all this, and then the next time
He'll act like he's never.
like this never happened.
Yeah.
It's just like a weird little donkey.
Oh, look. So close. So close.
Charging into the fray.
There we go. Look. Such a good boy. Such a good boy. And now he'll do like he does with the mini donkeys. He'll be like, I'm terrified again. Okay.
But we can go.
Okay.
You did good. Much better than Louisiana. Chester's ride went really good, other than the one time he took off with me, but these hills should have given him a really good workout, and he still does not like the zebra. But now we're about to load up and drive 4 hours to Lake City, where Dakota gets to run tomorrow. Okay, we made it to Lake City last night, but it was a really nasty thunderstorm, so I did not vlog. But we run in a few hours, so I'm gonna go for a run to try and get rid of some nerves. So I did an Okeechobee, and I think it helped. And they have already enjoyed breakfast and everything, so they're just kind of hanging out in their pens. I grab my AirPods. I'll go get this. I'm gonna find what I want to listen to.
Hey, I'm videoing you.
11-minute mile without stopping. I'm a little slow, but hey. Okay, the perf has started, so we're gonna get Dakota tacked up and ready to go warm up. We have a nice big field to go warm up in. You can see like the ropers warming up back there. He is still shedding so much, so gotta work on that just a little bit, and then we will be ready to go. His hair, but I don't think I'm feeling okay. So I'm just gonna put one little elastic and wash him. Yeah. He's just gonna have a little mohawk.
Yeah, he got some loose hairs. It's fine.
Today we are going to run in our plain blue hot Headstalls sports boots. You can see I kind of mismatched them. I accidentally left the matching bell boots to these at home. So he gets the plain blue sports boots with the teal bell boots. So they're still blue. It does not look bad at all, but that's what we're doing for today. So I'm just making sure those are in the right spot and fit exactly how they need to. Get his Dr. Pepper. He kind of bit me a little bit. Here is a really good look at our master saddle with stars on it. So you can see the matching black breast collar, the black saddle with the stars, and my initials. I just love this saddle so much. Okay, Grumpy. Now it's time for us to warm up for our run. We had a really nice big field here in Lake City to warm up in. So we had a nice easy warm up. The grass was fine. So it was all good. Here I am posting the trot on him, asking him for a nice big stride here. And I will do that both directions. I chose to do some circles in this little grassy area here, but we had plenty of room to warm up several different places. You can see I'm making some big circles here. I don't like to overdo it in my warm-up, but I do make sure that both sides are warm and that they have trotted for a decent amount of time just to really get those muscles and everything warmed up. So after I trot, I'm going to walk him for a little bit, kind of taking everything in, listening to the performance, and then I'm going to ask him to lope, and he gave me a nice easy lope even with the performance being so loud right next to our ears. He is really good. So I'm loping these kind of big circles here, and Chester is screaming at us from the trailer the whole time because he can see us. We are right next to it. And this was our warm-up. It was really nice, really smooth, really easy. And I was excited to get to run in another outdoor, but I was a little bit nervous, so you will be able to tell that in just a minute. But I'm going to stop, walk a second, and then lope the other way. Like I said, both sides need to be warm. Sometimes I don't warm up in sports boots, but it hasn't been just so hot. There was a storm the night before this, and it made the weather pretty chilly, actually, so I was not worried about those sports boots being on his leg. Here I am saying we are all ready and warm, so I'm going to give him some pets because he did really good and was really nice. Here are the flag girls running around before our run, so those flags are the sponsors for the rodeo, and now it's time for our run. Dakota walked in really nice. You can tell I was scared. Our first barrel was pretty good. Here I get him just a little bit past the second barrel, but I was still fine with that. And then at the third, I got just a little past it too. But he had a really nice run, and we ended up placing at this rodeo. After that run, we loaded up and headed to Ocala, Florida, where the horses will be staying for a few days.
Easy. Where are you going? My stud horse. Why are we like this? What a Bruce statue. Okay, please don't run me over when I do this. Oh, really? Oh, now he's waiting on Dakota.
Here the horses have these really nice big pastures they can be in. They have them to themselves. They can trot around, walk around, graze all day, whatever they want to do. So it was really, really nice to be able to stay here for a few days. After this, we will be heading to Montgomery, but I think we had about 3 days in Ocala to just have off, let the horses recover, let Dakota recover, and just chill. And it was really nice. So this night, we just let them hang out in their pastures, get some good drinks out of those water troughs, and graze around and just be horses. Okay, so while we have a day off, we are going to try to get the horses light rides, keeping them in shape and keeping them moving, and then we are going to go swim with manatees, which I cannot tell you how excited I am. I bought a little cheap camera, underwater camera, so we'll see how the quality is, but like, I'm pretty excited. First up, we are going to ride Dakota. The day before this, the horses actually had completely off, so I didn't really vlog it, so now it is 2 days basically since he ran, so I wanted to get him a little bit of exercise, keep him moving. So I'm going to walk a lot in this big dressage arena, letting him take everything in, make sure there are no monsters hiding anywhere that I don't see. He's going to make a scan for sure. So I'm just walking him around. The arenas, the dressage arenas, are a little weird for me because of how long and skinny they are, but I don't mind. This one has sand in it, and I actually really like the sand they have in here. Now I'm going to trot him around and try not to hit those cones on the ground because he so desperately wants to for some reason. He was actually pretty pumped. I think it was because of all the straight lines. They get a little bit of a wider area to trot, kind of, or it looks maybe a little different, I don't know, but they get excited in these arenas for sure. So I'm having to try to slow him down a little bit, and now I'm gonna walk him again, and then we are going to lope. And so I think I know I loped full arena size, and I also loped some little circles just to keep him on his toes, make sure he's listening, and again, trying not to hit those cones on the ground because he just really wants to. And that dog came in to join us. This day he was a little hotter than normal. I think this arena's a little weird to them, all this stuff, and there's a lot of horses and other animals around. So that's what I think he was looking around at. Here I'm going to change and do a small circle rather than the full arena length. I'm not sure why the camera was upset this day and did not want to focus, but anyway, it was cool. This arena is so pretty just because of all of the palm trees and everything around. After I'm done loping, I stop and I walk him back to the barn to get off. It wasn't a super hard workout or anything, and now I'm gonna hop right onto Chester. I'm walking him to the arena, and we're just gonna trot him today, just try to kind of calm him down a little bit. And I don't want to dig up the ground in their dressage arena because when you ask him to lope, it's about a 50-50 chance, maybe 80-20, that he is going to take off running. So I didn't want to dig up their dressage arena, so we're just going to trot around. Again, he's going to look at everything and kind of get used to his surroundings. I'm going to trot big circles. I'm going to trot little circles. I don't remember if I did figure eights or not, but I normally do. So I'm just getting him moving, getting him looking around, giving me a nice slow trot. I wasn't too mad about his head placement, and then I decided to get out of the arena and trot around in the grass some to see if that would help maybe a little bit. And it didn't. So I do end up going back in the arena after trotting around in the grass for a while. I just wanted an easy ride on him. I didn't want to overload his brain or anything. So we're just kind of moseying around, and I'm not fighting him too hard, but I am going to ask him just to give me that nice slow trot like I always do. So I don't think I was on him for super long, probably about 12 minutes. He's been getting some really good workouts, even though he has been kind of sidelined. That's just so I can get with Dakota. It's really hard to run two horses back to back, especially if they're both really nice, really fast horses. So I've been trying to get with Dakota really solid before I reintroduce Chester back. He is really going to love the big outdoors during the summer. He's going to love the really big patterns, so he's definitely going to come out for that. He was being fairly hot in the trot. You can see I don't have just a ton of pressure on him. I do have contact just to keep him from getting in his brain and taking off. He is just that kind of horse. Someone did that to him early in his life. We've been working on it, but you just kind of have to go play by play with him. So I do end up deciding after a little bit to kind of make a serpent shape up and down the arena. This is going to get his feet moving a little bit different than he's going to expect. If I go in circles and circles and circles and circles, he gets in his head a little bit more. When you see him chewing at the bit, he's thinking. He just does that when he's thinking about what's happening. My pressure is not just super hard or anything on him. So I'm just kind of guiding him around, making this big S shape up and down, trying to get him to think about where his feet are, use his brain a little bit more. That's why you see him chewing a little bit more here. He's having to think more about what we are doing and what I'm telling him to do. So we do this for a little while. This is going to bring him down, bring his head down. It just can take a minute sometimes on him, and sometimes you have to think outside the box with him, so that's what we're doing right now. Some people might call this switchback as well. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that, but that is what we're doing right now. So once he comes down to a desirable speed, or I'm just happy, I feel like it's a little victory, I'm gonna hop right off, pet him, tell him he did a good job, and hand walk him back to the barn instead of riding him. Okay, the horses are done being ridden. They're outside. They got to be outside all day yesterday. They were completely off, and now they get to be outside for the rest of the day, and it's time to go swim with some manatees. Okay, we are ready to go see some manatees, and I think I'm going to be wearing a wetsuit, so hopefully it's flattering, and I'm sure I'm going to look very goofy in the snorkel, but at least the manatees will hopefully look cool, and that my little submarine camera will, like, at least you can see a little bit of what's happening. Okay. Don't show my feet. Okay, the horses are out in their pastures eating breakfast. You can see Dakota eating his behind me. We are running in Montgomery, Alabama tomorrow, and we are in Ocala. So we are kind of packing everything up, getting our alfalfa we just bought packed up. I really like the alfalfa from here. It's really, really good. So we make sure to buy some when we come here. When they're done eating, we will probably kind of clean the trailer and pack everything up and get out of here. It's about a 6-hour drive to Montgomery, and then we'll run in Montgomery tomorrow. The drive after my run in Montgomery is going to be absolutely grueling and terrible. I'll try to vlog some of it, but it's going to be bad. We have to drive from Montgomery, Alabama, and make it all the way to Mexico, basically the bottom of Texas, to make a run the next morning. So we will be driving all night, but I'll do my best to make sure the ponies stay comfortable. Of course, they've been really happy. They've had 3 days basically in these giant pastures, and they've just been hanging out. We will do Dakota's hair before my run tomorrow. Don't worry. We are in Montgomery, Alabama, and we're waiting to run in Slack, but all the other events are before us, so we're sitting in here looking at the arena. Nice little Coliseum moment. We're gonna rebraid Dakota's hair. I ran my mile already this morning, so we are gonna get his hair rebraided, probably slick easy him some. I'll go change and come back and tack him up. And Chester's wanting to be involved with everything. Today we're going to drive like 13 hours to try and make Slack at 9 a.m. in the morning in Mercedes, Texas, which is the absolute bottom of Texas. I'll wash your hair eventually. Oh.
I'm trying to undo this rope.
Already tired.
I feel like he has a plan to get rid of the halter.
Yeah. Now I'm going to slick easy him just a little so that when I come back up here with my saddle, that's already done.
pace. Supervisor, right over here.
They did take those boards off the stalls because Dakota and Chester have gotten pretty buddy sour. So I was really happy that they did that. Otherwise, Dakota would have been weaving all night because we thought we'd be able to make like an electric fence here, and we showed up and you can only do stalls. So awesome. The stalls are really nice though.
They are.
Okay,
And the people were very nice.
Yeah. Well, people even a little. That's all right. Well, we're finally getting rid of some of these. I was hoping Florida would do me and
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
He did not need off this hair.
So excited.
Okay, now it's time to warm up here. He did get his Dr. Pepper. I just did not get a video of it. There was 2 nice warm-up pins here, so this is the one I chose. It was outdoor, but just because there was only one other person in it, so I could really let him stretch out. But there were cows. Right there, you see him. He was not too happy about that. He lives with cows. He sees cows all the time, but whatever, you know. So I'm going to try it both ways. Here you can see I kind of switch directions, and then we go into a lope. And he is loping really nice and smooth here. I only have one hand on the reins, and he's just doing really, really good, being calm, still looking at those cows because they're probably going to eat him. And so once I'm done loping this way, I'm going to stop, turn around, and he gave me a nice little pivot there without me really meaning for that, and I'm gonna lope this way. One thing I've started doing, only where it's safe, okay, only where it's safe, and this one is, I have been letting him kind of breeze a little bit right at the end of our warm-up, really kind of get him feeling it. Here it is. He really, really enjoys it, so that just kind of gets him pumped up for our run. And I'm so excited to tell you about our run. Here I am petting him. And then we are going to head up to the Coliseum. Here I am easing him in. And then he kind of took off out from under me. So I readjusted really quick. And I think this is our best first barrel ever. It was snappy. He came right by it. I pushed him all the way into it. That was a really pretty second. And then third was pretty as well. There are some things that could be better, but it was really, really smooth. I was very happy with it.
Time for Sadie was 14.48. Next up is Peyton Stefanoff.
You're going to wake up in the morning and be in the barrel pen. Huh?
I'm gonna get him some cold water. He drank the fresh.
It was so smooth, but that's good.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't really know if it was faster.
Right.
If that makes sense.
That's the way to be. That's the way to be.
There's your butt. Look out.
He's like, I don't like you.
It's not that bad. That is drama. Pick it up. Thank you.
I'm not coming back there. You get what you get.
There you go. Okay, Dakota smoked a run. He had such a nice pretty run today. He is currently icing. Not gonna lie, when I was tacking him up, he was like taking a nap. He's mad he's tied up. Taking a nap, and I was a little worried. I was like, okay, like wake up, like we gotta go run. And I'm not kidding you. The second that Dr. Pepper touched his lips, he woke right up. He was all like, afterwards, so he really loves it, which is so funny. But I didn't video a whole lot because of timing before the run, but he got his Dr. Peppy and he was excited about it. After he's done icing, we are loading up and driving like 13 hours. I think we're gonna get to Mercedes at like 6 in the morning, and slack starts at 9, so I am gonna try to get up, so I'm gonna try to sleep on the way there. I'm hoping Dakota will sleep some. I'm so happy with this run. It was so pretty. I still have moments where I can get in his way or I pick my hands up when I don't need to, but we are getting there, I hope. So I'm happy about that, and then once he's done icing, we are out of here. Okay, it is currently you can kind of see it. It's currently 4:49 a.m. We have to get up in like 2 hours. So we are setting them up a pen. We're gonna get them out and walk them a little bit. We stopped halfway, walked them, and they ate dinner halfway. So now we're just gonna get them out, walk them before they go in their pens for the night. The 2 hours left of the night, and then they'll be in their pens all day tomorrow too. Okay, it's time to get Dakota saddled. Good morning. I ran half a mile this morning instead of a whole mile since we got here at 5, and I went to bed at like 6 and got up at 7, so that's fun. I think he slept some, so that's good.
Blew his stomach up.
It one more for
This feels kind of like an outdoor.
Yeah, it does. The alleyway is so long.
I know. I'm glad you got a horse that'll walk up somewhat so you can see at least.
I couldn't see yesterday.
Yeah.
I could see the first barrel
Yeah.
we took off, and I was like, we cannot be doing this. I don't know what I'm doing enough for all that. Flare strip and Dr. Pepper when we get back. Okay, let's make our run. Here I am doing pretty good. I went one-handed too early. That is why I kind of stepped off here and had me work really hard to get him back to the second. It was not our best run, but it really was not that bad. We both probably had like an hour of sleep, so I'm not too mad of it. We were just out of the money here. Okay, so not our best run, not our worst run. The first really got me here. Still working on that angle. It's kind of like running in a shoebox. So on him, the first barrel angle is so important, and I kind of just missed it. And so that sets up the rest of the run to be iffy. He's doing his ice therapy on his hocks right now, and then I'm going to get a butte sweat on those hocks to try and get any soreness out, especially from that long haul. And then they have the rest of the day off. He gets tomorrow completely off. Completely. So that's what we're doing. The sweat on his legs and on his stifle, so his hocks and stifles. Okay, so the night we spent in Mercedes after my run, there was a tiny chance of rain. Anyway, we woke up at 4 a.m. to a thunderstorm. It was pouring, it was terrible. A girl's electric fence got knocked over and her horses were out running around at 4:30 in the morning. So we had to get up, get out in the soaking rain, and I looked like I was from the movie Flushed Away. Got the horses in the horse trailer. Chester was freaking out, so it was all terrible. It was all bad. And then yesterday when we were driving to Goliad, we looked, and there's supposed to be a big storm at 1 a.m. in Goliad. So we were frantically looking for a horse hotel, and it took us a while, but we found one, and it's really nice. Their alfalfa bags are made, so we are about ready to load up and head to Goliad. Now we're in Goliad, Texas, where we are up in the perf. I actually had a really bad migraine this morning, so I am had to take a bunch of medicine and did not feel great, so that's why I have sunglasses on. But we are in the performance tonight, so I'm going to start slick using him some more. Yes, again and again and again. He just keeps losing hair. It will not quit. Once I'm done with the Slick Easy, I'm going to do a normal brush on him. And then I'm going to throw on our saddle pad, pet him because he's doing so good. And then throw on my saddle. Y'all know the drill. And there I had some dirt on my stirrup fender, of course. It likes to fly up and get stuck there, but with the Masters, it just like comes off so easy. You can just kind of brush it. and it's super easy, just comes right off. Now it's time for his Dr. Peppy, of course, and he's really into it this day, and I had to get some out of his nose that he kind of got up there, but it's just so funny to me how much he loves Dr. Pepper. This rodeo was kind of a little bit of a smaller rodeo, but there's still a nice big crowd here. Dakota goes in for seconds, even though the can is empty. So after that, I'm going to put his bib on, and we are going to go warm up. And he's wearing the same boots we wore in Montgomery this day. And we had a nice big field right next to the fair to warm up in. It was actually really pretty. I can say that I do like Goliad, Texas. So I'm going to walk him quite a bit, get him stretched out after that hauling, and then I'm going to really let him stretch out in the trot. And y'all know the drill. We're going to walk, trot, and lope both ways. So I'll see you again when it's time to walk to our run. Walk over to the alleyway because Barrels is about to start. That was the first time I could see the arena. Here I got a little lost at the first barrel, and I went one-handed when I should have stayed two-handed. This run really was very ugly, and here he falls at the third barrel. I didn't realize how far his butt fell in the moment, but with this ugly run, he finished 12th at this pro rodeo. If I could just get myself together, that would be great. I lost my hat. Dakota won Montgomery, which is so exciting. It was a big rodeo. He won $4,100 pretty much, which is great. I'm very thankful for him. That was a nice run. Our two runs after that were not as nice. I think driving through all the whole night and everything messed up my head a little bit. But we are in Granbury, Texas right now. The horses are super comfortable in big stalls with a nice run, so they get to relax here a little bit. Dakota's pretty much getting off, but tomorrow I kind of have like a little lesson with him. I've been really only working by myself to try and get with him, so it's really nice to have someone come and try to help me a little bit, because he showed me for sure that he is very capable. And I'm just going to try and be active while we're here in Granbury for a few days and have a few days off. So I'm going to try to prepare and better my mental game and my physical game. Snoodle poodle. Yeah. Good morning. You look like you don't want me to bother you. Okay, we are heading to Teskey's right now, and I'm gonna look for hot pink boots for Dakota. I promise, last time I was here they did not have them, but now that we've won money, you know, hopefully they'll have some. And I am gonna get a set of all black, just because that goes really nice with the saddle. I think some days they don't want prints, and I only have prints, pretty much. And purple is evil to me. It's not evil to you, but purple is evil to me. And then after Teskey's, I guess I'm gonna do an interview with the barrel racing report for Montgomery. But on the prowl for some hot pink boots. There she is. And there's a dog. They do not have the right size in the hot pink. We're gonna get black. These are behind. It's front. They look black. Okay, one set of solids. Then I need black belt boots. And no large. I wish I had pink. I want that set so bad, but literally, where would I wear it? I feel like I looked at all the clothes. I might look at t-shirts over by their door. They're bright, but not like...
I like turquoise.
I like pink a lot, but those pink Hey Dudes are not the vibe. Sorry if you own pink Hey Dudes, but... These look good narrow.
One question about the jeans.
That's what you have to worry about is your heel. And that's why I think if the 7s don't fit, try the 6s, because I can't remember. But I think what I got you was the winter ones, and they have the fur in them, so it makes it, they make them a little tighter. What you think?
Going all terrain. My heel's not really popping out.
Yeah,
Like I
then
have
they-
room,
Yeah,
but it's not.
then they fit you.
Yeah.
Those are cute.
I did 4th one there or the 3rd one here.
Okay. I'm document it.
I feel like I like those.
Do they fit you good? Do you feel like if you ran on your horse, they wouldn't fall off your head?
That's hard to teach.
Jump up and down.
Yeah.
Go like this. Put your head way down. See if they want to fall off that way.
They look pretty good. I mean, you shook your
Yeah,
head.
better than my normal glasses.
Right.
I like these.
You sure?
Yeah.
Done deal?
Okay, after our little shopping spree, it is time for our ride with the lady that sold Dakota to me. So I am warming him up here, trotting him both ways. I didn't really know what I was in for, like what we were going to be doing. So I just want to make sure he was nice and warm, just in case. I'd never want him to pull something at home, especially because I did not warm him up properly, and he's giving me a nice lope. There was a foal out there running around. Yeah, there he is, and he was so cute, but Dakota was like, what are we running from? So it kind of freaked him out. Here Dee got on him and was just kind of softening him up, and then she was showing me what to do to help get him a little bit softer in those turns and not be, you know, so stiff, just to kind of make sure our response time is good, and just giving me some little things that I can do and work on with him, because he had definitely gotten a lot less soft between the time that she had him and I had him, just because I didn't really know what to be doing on him. I can get him to lope collected like I do Chester, but these are some things I did not know, and just some little things to do. Okay, it's Tusky's haul time. I'm gonna start with the tack and then we will move on to clothes. I got a full set of black classic equines because they will match my saddle really good, and Hot Headstalls does not have a plain black, and I think it's a good staple to have. So I got these black boots. They did not have the hot pink, or I would have gotten them. I'm ordering the hot pink ones. We'll have them sometime. We didn't get a whole lot in the tack part. So really, yeah, I just got those boots and a tube of OE electrolytes, and just some like syringes and other things to go in our medicine bag. So that's from the tack side. Now we can do clothes. I got this super cute pink rodeo shirt. So it's pink, like a light pink, and then it has like a bunch of little like rodeo poster things on it. So I thought it was cute. So it's like a pink, like a baby pink, and there's some blue, and it's got these cute little drawings all over it. A lot of Bronx. So I got that. I got this pair of purple running shorts, and then this black pair of running shorts to run and work out in. Socks, because I keep losing mine. Yeah, you know. He knows just who I'm talking to. You steal my socks, don't you? You big old sock thief. He's a big old sock thief, for sure. You steal everything. You also like to eat other things, but I'm not gonna out you for that. But you do eat socks. Then you hide socks. And you hide my hay dudes, because I could not find my hay dudes earlier. Okay, anyway. Socks. Are you gonna be in the hall? I suppose so. I also got this shirt at Kohl's, so I'm just adding it to the haul. It's a Wrangler one. It just has like a horse on it, and it says Wrangler jeans. I thought it was cute. A little oversized. Let's see what we got here. I did not go as crazy at Teskey's as I usually do. Did I buy anything else? Maybe not. Maybe that's all I got. Okay, I also got a pair of blue Hey Dudes that you saw in the video of me at the store, and that boot bag for my cowboy boots. They're in there, and they are in the tack room. So that is what we bought at Teskey's. You wanna do yoga? We gotta do some yoga. Then maybe you can go on a walk. You wanna go on a walk? Now we're gonna take Freely for a mile-long walk. He's getting ready. Getting pumped. So I'm just gonna kind of walk him around. It's a mile, the road around this property, so he's gonna get a full mile in this morning. You wanna go for a walk? You really wanna go for a walk? Can you speak? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Okay, we are about to ride Chester. I actually rode him yesterday, but it was not filmed. I rode him for about an hour, really working on transitions with him. So hopefully I'm not on him as long today. Yesterday my ride with Dee went good on Dakota. He barely really did anything, so he's been having it off. I'm just gonna give Chester a nice little ride today. He needs to swallow that before I put his bit in. So I'm just gonna try to ride him around, maybe walk, trot, and lope, and hopefully under an hour without a freak out or anything happening. He wasn't really bad, just really kind of hot yesterday, so we really had to work from walk to trot and everything. But we are ready to hop on. We had a really nice arena here to ride in. You just saw me riding Dakota in it, so I'm really going to work on softening up Chester today, getting him to calm down. I didn't do very good in Ocala, so we're gonna get him calmed down today. I'm gonna walk really big laps in here, and then I'm gonna ask him for that trot. And you can see I'm trying to be really gentle with him, see if he'll kind of relax. Before I went two-handed and slowly asked him to put that head of his giant head, down a little bit. Be a little more collected, but. So we were really working on this and working on getting him to kind of slow his roll. I'm gonna do some figure eights, ask him to move his feet with a little bit of purpose, and just kind of give and release very gently until he kind of starts relaxing into it. So once I get him relaxed at the trot, I will ask him to lope, but I'm still kind of working on the trot here. But he does look better than he did in Ocala. He's not as like frantically trying to come out from under me. His feet look like they're moving good. So we were really just trying to get him into a better headspace. There looks really pretty for him. Sometimes he does go behind the vertical. I'm not really forcing him to. He just does that. But I do like to focus on the head being a little further forward and low. Now I'm going to work at that lope, still give and release, trying to get him to slow down to a good pace and get him to kind of get his head at a better height that's not 500 feet in the air. And in this video, I have not ridden him in a tie down one time. Just thought I'd mention it. And here he comes down pretty good, I think, from what I remember. And he was just a lot better this day. We had worked the day before. I just really wanted to mellow him back out and get a nice pretty lope back. Yeah, that looks more like Chester right there. Once we got that nice lope both ways, I just hopped right off, pet him, rewarded him, loosened that saddle, and told him that he was a good boy, of course. Chester's ride was honestly pretty good. He came down pretty good, especially to the right. No, he came down pretty good, especially to the left. And now I'm going to go show you some super cute babies that are here. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen them, but I'm going to show you them now. Dakota is running in the morning. We are going to go nebulize him, open up those airways, and then we are going to ice him. So I'm probably going to ice his hocks and probably his front legs too. Just try to give him a good, you know, everything. And then I might sweat his legs tonight. Just to prepare for his run. He did fall at the third barrel in Goliad, so want to make sure there's no soreness there. I sweat him right after that, after I saw the video. I had no idea his butt did that. So he's been fine. I rode him once, as y'all saw, but he's just had off. So we're gonna go ice him, nebulize him, get him ready to go in the morning. I do get asked if they have asthma when I bust out my nebulizer. They do not, but my vet really recommends using one. After hauling, especially their sinuses, they can get really bad. I would describe them like sinus infections that can be pretty deadly, and they can their sinuses can get stuffy just like ours. So I want to make sure their airways are nice and open and, you know, moist and everything like they need to be. So while he is nebulizing, I'm going to cold hose his hocks and get them ready for the ice boots. And then I am also going to cold hose those front legs. I love cold hosing. It's really hard to get me to believe in stuff. I know, it just is. But I really believe in some good cold water and some ice. So I'm going to stand here, cold hose his front legs, let that cold water run over them. This is really good for inflammation, getting rid of inflammation and stopping inflammation before it starts. So he's just really getting treated today. And once he is done with that nebulizer, I put on those ice vibes. And now it's time for our last run. I know I did bad for vlogging. I could have pushed him further past that first, but that is our best one since Montgomery. And that second barrel was smoking. I think it's literally our fastest second barrel we've ever had. So this was a really good run to end our trip on. I was very happy.
15.64, 15.64, Sadie Miller.
Dakota had a really nice run this morning. I was a little bit braver. I think that's one of our snappiest, quickest second barrels so far in our time together. So I'm hoping we hang on for a check. We'll see. Slack is still running.
Wait till he hooks it, then we'll pull the bump out in, turn off the pump sound, and hot water heater off.
So right now we're packing up to head home, and he'll get a week off to chill, and then we will hit the road again. So we will see you next time.